What's up, everybody? Noah Kids back here for a bit of a different video. I've had some questions asking me, what music do you listen to? Because I have a lot of media. Of course, I got my movies, I've got my wrestling DVDs, but what do I listen to mostly? Well, I don't have some of the soundtracks I listen to. Like, one, I don't have The Greatest Showman. I don't have Sweeney Todd, the soundtrack, but I have them on Spotify. I watch a lot of stuff on Spotify, but this is just my CD collection. I don't buy a whole lot of CDs anymore because I just don't. So let's just get into the soundtracks, then we'll go into my actual albums. This is the Friends soundtrack, just songs from I think the first season of the show. I really enjoy Shoebox. I really enjoy I Go Blind, Good Intentions, In My Room's a good one, and of course the Friends theme song. Then this I got from the actual Broadway show when I went with my choir my senior year in high school. This is the Broadway soundtrack to Aladdin. This is a good little album here. I enjoy almost all the songs on it. My favorite might be Diamond in the Rough, because that's a song you didn't get in the original animated classic or the live action. Then we're gonna go with my last soundtrack here, and that is one that a lot of people don't think I would own, but it's The King's Speech. The King's Speech is one of the greatest Best Picture movies of all time. It's one of my top probably 30 or 40 favorite movies of all time. It's just perfect in every single way. I have a stutter, so it's relatable to me anyways. And if you have a stutter, you should absolutely see this movie. It helps with a little bit of stuff. And a little known fact about this, they actually re-released this during the Christmas season. One, to get some more press, or maybe they released it with a PG cut in January, but they re-released it with a PG cut for families to go and see it, and they just cut out all the F words. Now we're going to go into the little bit of pop that I have. I don't have a whole lot of pop, but I do have the essential Michael Jackson. It's a fun little album with all of his biggest hits on it. I got this from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I had to get something from there, so I got this. The t-shirts were way too damn expensive, so the essential Michael Jackson Bad. I enjoy this album quite a bit. It has some of his greatest songs ever on it. The Way You Make Me Feel might be my favorite. Speed Demon is absolutely fantastic. I just can't stop loving you. Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal, amazing album right there. Then we're gonna go into my country CD collection, which I don't have a whole lot of. I have a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean I have a few of them, but they're not outrageous. Miranda Lambert, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I do enjoy her from time to time. She's a good little artist. I do gotta say that the best song on this album might have to be my favorite might have to be either Down or Famous in a Small Town, but Crazy Ex-Girlfriend's a great song as well. I do enjoy her. I've never seen her live. Then I think this might be her first album. Correct me if I'm wrong. This could be her first album. That is Kerosene. I got those CDs as part of a FYE deal where their CDs were, I think they were, all their CDs were 50% off. So that was $4.99, and this one was $4.99. So I thought, you want to know what, for $2.50, I'm going to give these albums a try. I've seen a couple of the music videos, heard a couple of songs, so I thought I might as well try them. Then we're going to go with probably my favorite country group or band, That's Florida Georgia Line. I don't have their other two albums that are available, or actually their other two or three, but Here's to the Good Times is a good little album. I enjoy it. Me and my buddy would ride around the town just listening to this thing over and over and over again, and it never got old. Florida Georgia Line, I do enjoy them quite a bit, actually. And then Anything Goes. I think this is where they really shined, because their last two albums haven't been the best, but their new EP is pretty damn good. That dropped on Friday. I liked it. Luke Bryan, Doing My Thing. I like this album. It's not great. It has some of his biggest hits on it, but it's more of his lesser known songs, unless it's like Do I or Rain is a Good Thing. Definitely not as good as Crash My Party or That's My Kind of Night or anything like that. Then we have Kenny Chesney, The Road and the Radio. Fantastic album, great song. A few really, really good songs. Summertime's a good one. Save Me is absolutely fantastic. Love Kenny Chesney. His newer stuff isn't all that great. This one I haven't listened to all the way through yet, but I've listened to a couple songs and I like it so far. Hemingway's Whiskey. I got this for very, very cheap. I think it was like $5 in the $5 bin, so I thought, hey, for $5 I might as well. Kenny Chesney, When the Sun Goes Down. Probably one of his best albums with probably his best known songs. I go back When the Sun Goes Down and There Goes My Life. And this one is probably his weakest album from what I've heard so far. And that is Be As You Are. Didn't really care for this album the first time I heard it, and I haven't listened to it since. But I do gotta say, it's a decent little listen for the price that I got it for, which I think was like $5. Then the rest of the country here contains some country rap with Michael Knight. When I was 13 or 14, Michael Knight was doing a concert around town, which I didn't even know about it. So he stopped in to my dad's shoe store and said, "Hey, would you like a copy, or would your kid like a copy?" So he bought me Michael Knight's The Country Rap King. Music from Buck Wild, which was a show that I never got into, and then Urban Cowboy. I think he's a really good artist. I think he's decent. I don't think he's amazing. Then we go on to Blake Shelton. Cheers, It's Christmas. I love Christmas music. Christmas is probably my favorite time of year besides Oscar season or movie awards season. More Pure BS. The deluxe edition with just a couple extra songs on it. I'm getting to another genre here soon, believe me. We only have 4 more country albums. Based on a True Story might be my favorite Blake Shelton album. I've listened to this countless times. Multiple good songs on it. The last Blake Shelton we have here is Red River Blue, which contains God Gave Me You, Over, Drink on It, and Honeybee. I enjoy those songs, but God Gave Me You is probably his best song from this album, I'd say. This one was really cheap, too. This is Reba, So Good Together. This is an enhanced CD. I don't really know what that means. If you do, let me know. This album's good. I really love the Reba TV show quite a bit, actually. I think it's a really funny show, and I think she's a great singer. The last country album I got this, or CD, I got this from my county fair. He came to my county fair, and I wanted to get something from him, so I got Aaron Tippin 25. This contains 25 songs, the hits that he's known for, and his new songs. I'm going to say that his best song on here that I like the most is probably either You've Gotta Stand for Something, My Blue Angel, or Kiss This, which he became famous for. Now we're going to go into the rock. This I got from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well. This is the Ultimate Elvis Presley Collection, the real Elvis. This contains 90 Elvis songs. I'll go through this so you can look at it. There you go. 90 Elvis songs. I think I paid like $10 for that, so that's not a bad deal. This was $5. Seventh Day Slumber. They're a Christian rock band. Yes, most of my rock music is from Christian rock groups, but they don't really preach to you. This one is a decent little album that I like quite a bit. Nickelback, not a Christian band, obviously. No Fixed Address. I like this album. I don't get the hate for this album whatsoever. I think it's a good rock album. This one I paid $20 for at Walmart. This is the original album series. This contains Silver Side Up, The Long Road, all the right reasons. Yep, all the right reasons. Dark Horse, and Here and Now. I have heard 90% of their albums, and I really like these albums. The one that I think is the weakest might be The Long Road, but I do have a couple songs that I listened to from that album a few times. This one is more of like a rock rap. This is Toby Mac, Christmas in Diverse City. I do have another Toby Mac, I think, somewhere. Can't remember. Then we have some metal here with Red and End of Silence. They're a Christian metal rock group that I saw at Winter Jam this past year, and they are fantastic. I believe I've seen them twice now, and they are great. They put on a great show, but the only thing is you need to have some great seats to see them. And this is their first album, End of Silence, where they became famous for Breathe Into Me and Pieces. I like those songs a lot. The next album was Until We Have Faces. This one's alright. This has Feed the Machine on it. This one I do have to hold up because it's all red. Feed the Machine is really good. Not Alone. Lie to Me. Decent album. It's not their greatest. I would say it's probably their weakest. Release the Panic might be my favorite. Paid $5 for that. I think it's a good little album there. And if you don't like Christian rock or metal, give Red a chance because they're a bit rougher than some of today's rock, a little bit heavier, and if you're into screaming, they scream quite a bit actually. Red of Beauty and Rage. This is when I got into them. Once I first heard Imposter, then I heard I'm looking for the song. Darkest Part. There it is. Darkest Part. Really, really good song. Then this is my favorite group that broke up. This is We As Human. They only put out one album. and they are freaking fantastic. Zombie with John Cooper is fantastic. Strike Back is amazing. And then my favorite band of all time is Skillet. This is Comatose, really, really good album. Like it quite a bit, actually. And my favorite album of all time is Skillet Rise. This is the DVD CD combo pack. Winter Jam 2012 was filmed, and they put Skillet segment on a DVD. My favorite album of all time. This is 1,000 Foot Crutch, Oxygen. Or is this called Inhale? Is this called Oxygen Inhale? Oh, Like a Machine is the best song on here. It's not a fantastic album. This one is called 1,000 Foot Crutch. The End is Where We Begin. Again, I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. I've listened to select songs, but it's nothing fantastic, I do gotta say. Courtesy Call is really good. We Are is decent from what I remember. And then this one is pretty cool. This is the best of 1,000 Foot Crutch. This comes with their 10 biggest hits, I guess, when it came out. Rockfist I really enjoy. And now we're going to switch hands because my arm is getting a little tired.